entertainment, we're going to do the prepared speeches. And that's always my favorite part. People come up here and give their prepared speech. We sit back, listen, are entertained. We don't have to pay money on it like a Disney movie, but we're still entertained. And we also, at the end of it, are able to give that speaker some hopefully useful feedback so that they can get better. Now, for my first speaker this evening, I know she's a very big fan of Disney. Her name is Tomika Dixon. And what number speech are you giving, Tomika? Number 3.
Yes.
Number 3. And what's number 3's purpose?
Get to the point.
Get to the point. Okay. So Tomika Dixon, get to the point, speech number 3, and her speech title is "It's a Small World." So help me welcome up Tomika. It's a small world.
Thank you, Toastmaster. Thank you. It's a small world after all. How many of y'all ever heard that song before? That's a song that they actually play at Disney. And when I was thinking about our theme for tonight, it's a small world after all, I thought of an individual's perspective of whether the world is small or the world is big. So tonight I'm going to just discuss 3 specific ways that a person's perspective can determine whether the world is small or we live in a big world. But I started out by thinking, I'll sing the song for you guys. It's a small world after. No, I'm not going to sing that song. I really don't like this song, but it just keeps going on. It's the only song that only have about like 1 verse, and it just continues to go on and on. But if you think about it as a small world after all, from my perspective, it's all about what you believe. If you believe that the glass is half full, then it's half full, and you're closer to the top. But if you believe that it's half empty, you'll be thinking that you really need more. So when I look at the world is a big place, and I believe that the world is my audience. So every time that I get an opportunity to stand up and speak, I am speaking to the world, no matter where I am. Earlier today, I got an opportunity to speak at one of the hair schools, and that was my world. So I live in a very big world. My second point is about it being a small world is what you see. I had one of my friends tell me one day that his mom bought a globe, and she told him, "You see this globe? This is the world." And where we are, he lived in Maryland, so she said, "Let me show you where Maryland is. I want you to pick any place on this globe where you can go, or where you think you can go, and go there." So the globe might look small to him, but he began to pick things on that globe that made him see that the world was much bigger than Maryland where he stayed at. And he began to journey on that journey in the military, and he got to see the world. So the world became bigger. It came from being the small thing as a ball to something really, really big. So it's what you believe and what you say too. If you're going to say that the world is small and all you look for is what's in Charlotte, then your world will be small. But if you can take the idea, like my friend did, and look at that globe and say, I can go anywhere. Or you can take the idea, like I think, that the world is my classroom, then you know that it's much bigger than where you stand. Being a city girl coming down here from New Jersey, I didn't know what Charlotte looked like. I actually thought Charlotte was a little country, place. I was going to go down here and people would be saying, hey, and my hand was going to get tied, and, that's the world I thought. And to my surprise, when I got to Charlotte, I was in shock. I said, OMG, this is a very big place. And I noticed with being here that people only stayed on their side. So if you lived on the north side, you basically stayed on the north side. Those who stayed on the south side stayed on the south side. But moving down here from New Jersey showed me that the world is much bigger than the little city that I grew up in. And actually the city that I live in now is much bigger than I thought it was before I got here. So knowing that what I believe what I think, what I say, or what I see is much bigger than what I can really comprehend. It lets me know that it's not a small world, but it is a very, very big world. So I think they should change that song to "It's a big, big world, after all," as opposed to "It's a small world." And then maybe more people will want to leave out of their comfort zone and do what it is that they were destined to do. So for me, the small world is not as small as I thought it was. It's actually even bigger, and I plan on really traveling the world and speaking to a nation. Thank you very much.
Still qualifies.
Thank you very much, Tomika.